A jury in Florida awarded Jack Nicklaus $50 million in his defamation lawsuit against Nicklaus Companies. This is according to a report by ESPN. Nicklaus Companies is not owned by Nicklaus, but instead billionaire Howard Milstein. In the lawsuit, Nicklaus claimed Milstein and other employees suggested he considered a deal worth $750 million to become the face of the Saudi Arabian-financed Live Golf League, and told those false claims to media outlets.
The Florida jury has delivered a stunning blow to the Nicklaus Companies, ordering them to pay a massive $50 million verdict in favor of golf legend Jack Nicklaus. The ruling came after Nicklaus sued his former business partners for defamation, accusing them of spreading harmful lies that chipped away at his reputation and the legacy he built over decades. According to the Palm Beach County jury, the Nicklaus Companies not only circulated false statements about him but actively pushed for those claims to be made public. The jury concluded that these falsehoods exposed Nicklaus to ridicule, mistrust, and contempt, an attack aimed squarely at one of golf's most respected icons. The conflict first erupted when Nicklaus attempted to regain control over the rights to his own name in his business ventures. During that legal battle, he accused the Nicklaus Companies of falsely tying him to LIV Golf, the controversial Saudi-backed league. Reports had suggested that Nicklaus was considering a staggering $750 million deal to serve as a public ambassador for LIV during its early formation. But Nicklaus insisted that nothing could be further from the truth. His legal team clarified that although he did meet with Golf Saudi officials in 2021, the conversation was strictly about designing a golf course, nothing beyond that. According to court filings, it was during that meeting that Nicklaus realized Golf Saudi, later evolving into LIV Golf, wanted him to help launch a rival league aimed directly at the PGA Tour. But Nicklaus made his position unmistakably clear: he had zero interest in joining LIV Golf, no matter the amount of money offered. The documents revealed he rejected the rumored deal because he viewed the PGA Tour as a defining pillar of his career and legacy. The filings even noted that if the PGA Tour opposed the breakaway league, Nicklaus would refuse to participate under any circumstances. It was a powerful statement of loyalty, but the dispute ran deeper than rumors of LIV Golf involvement. Nicklaus also claimed that his former business partners attempted to undermine him personally by implying he was no longer mentally sharp enough to manage high-level business decisions. That's a serious allegation to make against someone with a lifetime of achievements in both golf and business. During closing arguments, Nicklaus's attorney, Eugene Stearns, didn't hold back. "The story is a lie," Stearns declared, as reported by the Palm Beach Post. He argued that executives at Nicklaus Companies intentionally tried to plant a false picture in the public's mind, that Jack Nicklaus was an aging figure who had sold out to the Saudis. The line struck the courtroom like a thunderclap, sharp, bold, and impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, the defense fired back aggressively. Barry Postman, representing the Nicklaus Companies, pushed back hard, arguing that Jack Nicklaus hadn't suffered any real harm at all. "There is no evidence any business was lost. No evidence of money lost," Postman stated firmly. "His reputation is as stellar as it's always been. His life is as stellar as it's always been. There are no damages." His words set the stage for a fiery courtroom confrontation. The back-and-forth that followed made for a legal showdown worthy of national headlines. For 2 intense weeks, the courtroom in Palm Beach County was filled with tension, testimony, and tightly crafted arguments. And when it was finally over, the jury took only about 4.5 hours to reach a verdict. What they delivered stunned the room. They awarded Jack Nicklaus a jaw-dropping $50 million in damages, but here's where things took an unexpected turn. While Nicklaus emerged victorious, the jury cleared company executives Howard Milstein and Andrew O'Brien, who had been personally named in the lawsuit, of any individual wrongdoing. The mixed verdict left the courtroom buzzing and raised the question: how did this conflict escalate into such a massive legal battle? To understand that, you have to go back to 2007, when Jack Nicklaus merged his company, Golden Bear International, into a new venture known as the Nicklaus Companies. As part of the deal, Nicklaus received an incredible $145 million for the rights to his name, image, and design services, essentially his entire brand. It was a landmark agreement that helped shape his business empire for years to come. Fast forward to 2017, when Nicklaus officially retired from the company. That move triggered a 5-year non-compete clause that prevented him from designing golf courses or endorsing products without the company's approval. The clause was meant to keep things orderly, but it also forced Nicklaus to step back and wait before he could use his own name in business again. Then came May 2022. Nicklaus resigned from the company's board and was finally ready to take full control of his brand once more. But instead of a smooth transition, everything blew up. The Nicklaus company sued him, accusing him of tortious interference, breach of contract, and breach of fiduciary duty. They even alleged that he had taken business opportunities for himself instead of directing them to the company. That lawsuit ignited one of the most high-profile legal battles the golf world had ever seen. Earlier this year, a Manhattan judge officially dismissed the Nicklaus company's lawsuit against Jack Nicklaus, an enormous victory for the Golden Bear. The accusations that he had broken agreements or held secret talks with LIV Golf were deemed baseless. The dismissal marked another pivotal moment in Nicklaus's long fight to reclaim control of his own legacy, and the wins didn't stop there. In June, a Florida arbitrator issued another powerful ruling, declaring that Nicklaus was no longer bound by his old non-compete agreement. That decision finally gave him back full rights to use his own name, especially for golf course design, the heart of his post-playing career. It was a full-circle triumph after years of legal warfare and public tension. Now that Jack Nicklaus has regained command of his identity and brand, insiders say he's already setting his sights on new projects that could shake up the golf world all over again. After a long, exhausting battle, the Golden Bear is back in control, and the next chapter looks bigger than ever. Sources close to the situation say Jack Nicklaus has already been quietly approached by several international developers eager for him to design new, luxury-level golf courses under his own brand, something he hasn't been free to do in years. The excitement around his creative comeback is electric. After all, Nicklaus's design work has historically transformed empty stretches of land into world-renowned golf destinations. Industry experts are calling this moment the start of a new era for the Golden Bear, who appears more than ready to reclaim the creative freedom he lost during years of legal entanglements. Some insiders even believe this resurgence could spark a fresh wave of competition against the very company that once tried to keep him sidelined. This isn't just a return. It's a declaration that Jack Nicklaus is back, and ready to carve his mark into the game once again. Behind the scenes, however, the Nicklaus companies are reportedly dealing with serious internal strain following their multi-million-dollar courtroom defeat. Insiders hint that top executives are now facing pressure from investors demanding answers after the stunning $50 million verdict that shocked both the sports and business worlds. Questions are mounting about the company's leadership, how they handled the feud, and whether their brand can fully recover from such a massive public relations blow. Analysts warn that rebuilding trust with clients and sponsors could take years, especially now that public sentiment has overwhelmingly shifted in Nicklaus's favor. Many believe the company's attempt to control his image backfired spectacularly, turning what could have been a quiet corporate dispute into a full-blown legal firestorm. Some even speculate that major partnerships may pull back until the dust settles, leaving the company scrambling to repair a reputation that once seemed untouchable. For fans and players alike, this saga has become much more than a business dispute. It has turned into a story about legacy, respect, and identity. Jack Nicklaus isn't just another retired athlete. He symbolizes golf's golden age, a figure who helped define the sport's integrity, tradition, and class. Watching him fight for the rights to his own name struck a nerve with generations of fans, sparking conversations about how legends are treated once their competitive careers end. Those close to Nicklaus say the experience humbled him but also strengthened his resolve. Instead of stepping back quietly, he is reportedly pouring his energy into mentoring young golfers and expanding his design vision across the globe. His message is unmistakable. After years of legal battles and corporate tension, Jack Nicklaus still stands tall, proving that no one should ever lose ownership of their own legacy. The entire golf industry has been buzzing since the verdict dropped. Top players, course designers, and major sponsors have all weighed in, many expressing disbelief that a figure as iconic as Jack Nicklaus ever had to fight for something as personal as his own name. Veteran golfers called the situation unbelievable, saying it exposed just how messy the business side of sports can become when huge money and powerful egos collide. Meanwhile, fans across social media have flooded comment sections with messages of support, praising Nicklaus for standing firm and refusing to be pushed aside. Even rival designers have quietly admitted that this victory could reshape how athletes protect their personal brands moving forward. For a man whose legacy is built on discipline, respect, and excellence, this legal triumph serves as a powerful reminder. Even legends must defend their identity when corporate lines get crossed. Sources close to the Nicklaus companies say the mood inside the organization has shifted into a state of tension and uncertainty. Employees are reportedly walking on eggshells, unsure of what comes next after such a costly and very public defeat. Some insiders claim that key figures within the company have already begun discussing possible leadership changes in an attempt to repair the company's battered image before more damaging details leak out. Others suggest that internal documents revealed during the trial have raised serious concerns about how far the company was willing to go to protect its business interests. At the same time, industry insiders report that investors are watching every move, and many of them aren't pleased. Losing one of the most trusted names in golf, both literally and symbolically, has shaken confidence across the board. Even longtime partners are said to be reconsidering their contracts, wondering if the Nicklaus brand can survive without the involvement of the man who built it. It's a corporate storm that could redefine how sports legends manage their business empires in the years ahead. While the legal dust finally begins to settle, Jack Nicklaus is already planning his next big move. Those close to him say he is exploring a slate of brand new golf course projects across North America, Europe, and the Middle East, designs he can proudly release under his own name again. The excitement surrounding his return to design is sky-high. Developers are lining up for the chance to work with the Golden Bear now that he's officially free from old restrictions. Nicklaus is reportedly laser-focused on crafting courses that reflect his pure vision, layouts that are challenging, strategic, visually stunning, and unmistakably his. He is also said to be taking a more hands-on approach than ever before, ensuring that each new course carries the spirit of his philosophy on golf and life. After years of battling in courtrooms instead of shaping fairways, this moment marks a creative rebirth for a living legend, a powerful reminder that even when others try to rewrite your story, you can still take the pen back. Since the verdict, public interest in the Jack Nicklaus saga has absolutely exploded online. Social media has turned the court case into one of the most talked about sports controversies of the year. Fans have been flooding comment sections and forums, sharing clips, court documents, and passionate opinions about how unfair it was that Nicklaus had to fight for his own name in the first place. Many are calling the $50 million win not just justice for him, but a victory for every athlete who has ever been boxed in by restrictive corporate contracts. Even major sports commentators are fired up, saying this moment could mark a turning point in how legends safeguard their personal brands. There is already talk that other high-profile athletes may renegotiate their contracts to avoid facing the same battle down the road. Nicklaus's win has grown into something bigger than golf. It has become a symbol of ownership, identity, and the fight to protect one's legacy. Hollywood may be the next giant to jump into the story. According to industry chatter, a major streaming platform has expressed strong interest in turning Jack Nicklaus's courtroom battle into a full-length documentary. Insiders say producers have already started reaching out to Nicklaus's associates and former business partners to gather behind-the-scenes details. If the project moves forward, it could finally reveal the hidden tensions that built up over years between the golf legend and his former company. Some believe the documentary would dive not only into the legal battle, but also the emotional toll, the stress, the strategy, the loyalty, and the determination that fueled Nicklaus's fight. Fans online are already speculating about possible narrators, with many hoping that Nicklaus himself will tell the story in his own voice. With sports documentaries dominating streaming charts lately, this saga has all the ingredients to become the next viral hit. The shockwaves from the verdict are being felt far beyond the world of golf. Sports agents, brand managers, and attorneys across multiple industries are now rethinking how they structure contracts for athletes and celebrities. Legal analysts say Nicklaus's case sends a powerful message: personal identity, image rights, and creative control should never be handed over lightly. In fact, reports suggest that several high-profile athletes have already asked their management teams to review their contracts to ensure they retain ownership of their likeness and name. Even major sponsorship brands are treading more carefully, attempting to avoid being viewed as overly controlling after the Nicklaus fallout. The entire situation has sparked a broader conversation about power, loyalty, and how business relationships can sometimes cross dangerous lines. Jack Nicklaus's courtroom victory didn't just reclaim his name, it may have rewritten the playbook for every athlete who follows. Jack Nicklaus's journey from golf icon to courtroom warrior has come full circle, and now all eyes are on what he will do next. With his name and legacy finally back in his own hands, insiders say he is gearing up to expand his brand in bold and ambitious new directions. From global course designs to mentoring the next generation of rising golfers, Nicklaus seems ready to make this next chapter the most impactful one yet. This story has reminded the world that even legends can be challenged, but true greatness always fights back. Fans everywhere are rallying behind him, waiting to see how he uses this moment to inspire the future of the sport he helped define. Whether you followed this story from the beginning or are just now discovering it, one thing is undeniable: Jack Nicklaus is far from finished. And if you want to stay updated on every twist and turn in this unbelievable saga, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because there's much more still to come.